Well, I understand all that, but the big question is, how do you build business credit from scratch? Hello, welcome back to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about how to build business credit from scratch. So you just created a company. You have no sales, no money coming in, but you have necessary expenses, right? How do you build business credit? First, let's talk about getting legit. This is the very first thing you need to think about. So when I'm talking about getting legit, I'm talking about making sure that you have a few things that are taken care of. First of all, take care of your EIN. I don't care if you are a sole proprietorship or you are an LLC, an LLP, an S Corp, a C Corp, you need to have your employer identification number. After you do that, and you have to go to the IRS website to get that, it takes 5-10 minutes, no problem. You want to take care of your accounting. You want to set up your accounting because this is important. You might be thinking, well, I'm not big yet. Well, you got to take care of accounting because there are some taxes, some fiscal consequences, okay? Because the last thing you want is to have the IRS audit your ass. You don't want that, okay? So you can either hire an accountant in-house. You can hire a local CPA or a local accountant, a local bookkeeper. You can do things yourself. You can actually sign up for online software like QuickBooks, for instance. You also need to think about business licenses and permits. Now, you might be thinking all these things have nothing to do with business credit. Yes, they don't, but they do have to do with the legality, how legit your business is seen, okay? And big decision time. I want you to think about the legal structure of the business. Well, our preference on this show for many reasons is to always go for an LLC because the sole proprietorship does not give you the legal protection that you need to become a successful entrepreneur. So you want to divorce your company's affairs from your personal affairs. That just makes sense. It's just the way successful entrepreneurs do the things. Think people we have advised and how we set up our own company, not just one company, but multiple companies ourselves. You need to go for something LCLP, okay? Think about hiring staff, and you want to declare them to your state's Department of Labor. Think about business insurance needs. After taking care of the legality of things, you want to think about banking. So step number 1, get legit. Step number 2, you want to open business banking accounts. Very important. So we're talking about what? We're talking about business checking accounts. You want to get a secured business credit card. You want to choose a bank that reports business transactions to credit bureaus because at least Dun & Bradstreet. And if you're lucky, you can go with that. You can have a credit card issuer that reports transactions to Dun & Bradstreet, but also SBFE, LexisNexis. You have Experian and Equifax, okay? Money, money, money. The thing here is that as you start your business, you do have a bit of money, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't start a business in the first place. And you are trying to use that money strategically. You want to make sure that you think about your expenses. And this is one thing you need to do. You want to charge all expenses on a credit card. Remember earlier I was talking to you about getting a secured business credit card? This is a card you use for all expenses. Don't try to apply for an unsecured business credit card. If you're lucky, you might get it. If you don't get it, then go for a secure business credit card. This is going to help you. Whether you have a secured or unsecured business credit card, you got to charge all expenses for your startup on that credit card so you can actually build credit. Now, whenever possible though, because some transactions might require actual cash. Okay, You want to open a business savings account. You want to buy business insurance through the bank if it offers that service. A lot of banks, they do have insurance arms, or they do have partnerships with the insurance companies. So you want to buy everything related to the business, to the startup that you just created. You want to buy everything through your financial institution. And whenever possible, you want to charge it on a credit card. See, the credit card is the first conduit you're going to use to build credit. Okay. Another thing I want to say is that if you have a business checking account, a business savings account, this will help you build what we call here MPR. Now, we have heard certain people, this is an MPR is a term that we have coined, that we have been using in our research for 10 years. We have seen on the internet people using MPR and saying, hey, listen, an MPR includes car loans, business car loans, or no, an MPR does not include debt accounts. This is a coin that we have, this is a term we have coined on this show, and this is part of our team. And the way we think about MPR is a product that only talks about asset accounts, not debt accounts. A multi-product relationship only works if you have asset accounts. If you include debt accounts in that equation, this is wrong, because the bank is going to look at you as a greater risk. Okay, so MPR means you need to have a multiple or a multi-product relationship, but it has to be asset accounts. The third thing you need to do is you want to think about your DUNS number. So first thing, you get legit. Second thing, you want to open a bank account, a business checking account or a savings account. Third, try to get your Dun and Bradstreet number. You want to register. It's important, because registering with the Dun & Bradstreet Business Credit Reporting Agency can make it easier to get a loan, okay? And a DUNS number is kind of similar to a social security number. It's a 9-digit ID for your business, and we know that Dun & Bradstreet is the largest credit reporting agency for businesses, and you want to be in their files, okay? And you have to understand that once your business is established and you're trying to enter into relationships with, let's say, vendors, lenders, credit card issuers, they're going to check your DNB number, your DUNS number. They're going to check your DNB file, which is why you want to be proactive. You want to contact Dun & Bradstreet and send them your information, everything you need to be able to register, okay? And we have actually covered this. So I'm first going to show you right now on the screen. Here is a link to getting a DUNS, okay? dnb.com, DUNS number, get a DUNS.html. This is the link you have to go to get a DUNS number. But if you're interested in understanding more about the subject, we actually have a video out, how to get a DUNS number for your business and start building business credit ASAP. Okay, so this is really good. And don't try to register only with DNB. There are other agencies, okay? So try to register your business also with Experian and Equifax, okay? So as you're doing this, please remember to charge every expense on a business credit card whenever possible. This is how you're going to start building a credit history, and this will help you build business credit, okay? And you have to understand that when we talk about Dun & Bradstreet, the number is different from your EIN, because your EIN comes from the IRS. Your DUNS number comes from Dun & Bradstreet. And generally, a DUNS is assigned only to companies. It can be assigned to certain sole proprietorships, but this is very rare. But it's only assigned to a valid business entity, which is why I told you earlier, it's better to divorce your personal affairs from your business affair by having an LLC, LP, S Corp, C Corp, whatever, but not a sole proprietorship. Let's talk about rent reporting. You want to think about reporting rent, your business rent. This is important because if you have trouble establishing your business credit score, it can interfere with your business growth, right? We all know that. So this is why you want to think about alternatives. You probably right now have a landlord because if your business is not located in your house, you're probably renting office space, okay? And you're paying rent every month, everything is fine. You show good cash flows, but you don't have business credit. What do? You need to think about reporting your business rent. And the cool thing here is that when you report your business rent, you're able to you're able to build business credit with Dun& Bradstreet, Experian, Equifax, and LexisNexis. And your file might be also in the SBFE. SBFE standing for Small Business Financial Exchange. Okay. And the cool thing here is that there are some services, there are some companies that do the job for you. And there is one that we have found that is great in our view, and it's called Debbie Ratings. So Debbie Ratings, you can see the pricing on the screen right now. So we would advise you to go with the Boost program because the basic program is really basic, and this is not good for your business if you're trying to build credit. But if you want to have your business rent reported, go with the Boost program. It will cost you about $35 a month. And this is kind of cool. They will report 12 rent payments per year. They will report to Experian and LexisNexis. They will report to Dun & Bradstreet and Equifax. So this is really cool, okay? And if you go with the Bump program, they do not report to Dun & Bradstreet, which is why I'm just telling you it's better to get the Boost program if you just want to have your rent reported to all four credit bureaus, okay? And one thing you need to understand is that you want to put all expenses on a business credit card whenever possible. So if you're going with a Debbie Ratings, put all the expenses on the business credit card. So if you have more information, you want to contact Debbie Ratings, and we're definitely sure there are other rent reporting services out there for businesses. We're just not able to find a few of them. We found a few of them, but we could not verify not only their legitimacy, how much they were charging, and in some cases they had very dodgy websites. So we didn't want to report them in this show. But Debbie Ratings is pretty secure. It's pretty fine. And so yeah, this is kind of cool. You might want to check them out. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. In today's conversation, I am explaining to you how to build business credit from scratch, okay? And step number 5, you want to think about secured credit. This is important because when necessary, you want to get as much secured credit from your bank or credit union or other lenders. Make sure that those products are reported to business credit bureaus. Again, we're talking about Dun & Bradstreet, LexisNexis, Experian, and Equifax. So think about a secured business loan, a secured business line of credit, secured business credit cards. I've been telling you this all along. Think about equipment financing. What I'm trying to say is, let's say you really want to get a loan. You want to get a loan for your business, but you don't have credit. Well, equipment financing is a collateralized loan. So they don't really care about your business credit or your personal credit for that matter, because the loan is collateralized. You want to think about business car financing, commercial real estate loan. Those 3 loans, equipment financing, business car financing, and commercial real estate loans, those are collateralized business loans. They do not focus too much on your business credit or personal credit for that matter, because the assets, the underlying assets, will pay for the loan. Because if something happens, they will repo your equipment, or they'll repo your business car, or the bank will repo your or they'll foreclose upon the commercial real estate. So this is how you can build business credit without having too much business credit to start with, okay? So you have to be very strategic about secure credit. I'm not asking you to open too many accounts, to open too many credit cards or too many loans. No, you have to go with what you really need. You have a startup, you do have a little bit of money saved that you can use to buy things, to buy supplies, to buy stuff, to buy equipment, So you want to use those purchases strategically so that they will actually go on a trade line. They will trigger the opening of a trade line, and having a trade line on your credit report will help you build credit. Okay, this is why I've been telling you every purchase, whenever possible, you want to charge it on a business credit card. Let's talk about trade lines. You need to have trade lines. First thing first, you need to map out your needs for supplies. I don't care what kind of business you have. Every business, every startup, every new business, every young business does require some kind of supplies, office supplies. So you want to think about the type of supplies your business needs regularly and operationally. In other words, you want to look for supplies or services, for that matter, that your business cannot do without. Let me repeat that. You need to have the types of supplies or services your business needs regularly and operationally. The type of supplies and services you cannot do without, your business cannot do without. So as a business, you might need a variety of supplies, right? We're talking about what? We're talking about appliances, cabinets and countertops, doors and molding, electrical, electronics, furniture and decor, food service, hardware, grounds, janitorial services or products, office supplies, paint and supplies, plumbing, pool supplies, property marketing, safety, signs, storage, tools, window coverings. All these things, you need to get them through vendors, right? And you want to negotiate, you want to apply for an account, for a net 30 account, a net 45 account with those vendors. The funny thing is sometimes we get we get weird comments on our videos, people telling us, well, you know, you will never qualify for a net 45 account. If you're lucky, you'll get a net 15 or a net 10. You'll never qualify for a net 30 account. Hello, please do not generalize your personal situation. You want to learn how to do the system, how to work out the system correctly so you can know what is available. Because right now there are a lot of people, there are hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs in this country that are getting net 45, they're getting net 30 terms. So if you are just sitting there in your little corner and you believe that you cannot get a net 10 or a net 15, do not generalize because you haven't learned how to do things properly. That's why you're getting net 10 or net 5 or net 15, if at all. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that we have researched this, we advise clients, and every day in this country, entrepreneurs of all sizes, businesses of all sizes get net 15, net 30, net 45, even net 60 accounts. You have to think about the services you need and the amount you are expected to spend. We have covered this topic at length on 3 shows. The first one, how to get large business trade lines fast free with no personal guarantee. The second one, the top 7 net 30 vendors that approve large business trade lines no matter what. And the third one is the top 10 easiest to get net 30 vendors for quickly building business credit. Let's talk about insurance. It's very important to understand that if you have a business, you might need insurance. Many businesses need different types of insurance, that's for sure. But there are some insurance policies that are standard for every business, okay? One thing I need to say is that insurance is a state affair. So depending on the state your business is located in, you might need a different kind of insurance policies, okay? But we have to think about things like a business owner's policy, which combines 3 essential coverages. So we have general liability insurance, commercial property insurance, and business income insurance. Okay, so those are things you need to think about. So when we talk about general liability insurance, we're talking about the kind of policy that helps protect your business from claims it caused to somebody else. So we're talking about bodily injury to someone else, property damage to another person's belongings, or personal injury like libel or slander. You also want to think about commercial property insurance that helps protect your own or rented building and equipment that you use to run your business. Okay. And you want to think about also your business income insurance. So if you can't run your business because of covered property damage, business income insurance can replace your lost income. Okay, so you can use this coverage to help pay for ongoing expenses like rent, utility bills, or payroll. So this type of insurance is also known as business interruption insurance. So this is something you need to think about. And you also have professional liability insurance that helps cover lawsuits claiming that you made a mistake in the services you provided. And at the end of the day, and you also might need to have workers' compensation insurance that gives your employee benefits if they get hurt or sick from their job. Okay. Now, one thing I want to say here is that since you have to pay for insurance, big decision time. Can you charge the insurance on a credit card? Again, can you do that? And can you get the insurance through your financial institution? If yes, for instance, Navy Federal does provide some insurance services. That would be fantastic. So you can actually get a lower policy, you can get a lower premium, and you can charge it. If you can charge it on a credit card, that's fantastic. So little by little, you are gradually building business credit. So those are the things you need to do if you are a startup to build business credit. Okay, time to recap today's conversation, folks. I was talking to you about how to build business credit from scratch. I talked to you about getting legit, thinking about banking, getting a DUNS number, thinking about rank reporting, secure credit, acquire net 30 or net 45 trade lines, thinking about insurance. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll talk to you next time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.